thank you for all of you to come tonight. We're really glad to see you all here, and this is something of an innovation, but I'm happy to say I think it's a happy innovation. We've long sought, I think, as most of you know, protection for intellectual property rights around the world, and that's no exception here in Ukraine. I think a number of you know how hard we work at it, and we talk privately to the government, we speak publicly about it, and we try to support those in Ukraine who are very much committed to intellectual property rights. Not just because it helps our companies. We do it because it's going to help Ukraine. And I think most of you who are here know that. And I think over time we will prove that here in Ukraine. Our policy is really rooted in the belief that if you're going to really promote economic development, you have to protect private property. You know, for years we've all understood real estate and land outside. But I think in the modern world we've come to realize how important it is that we protect intellectual property as well. It's fundamental to the development of any modern and growing nation. It's fundamental for people who are interested in information technologies, in protecting artistic creativity, and many, many other areas. Ukraine, we know, is a country that's still in some ways in transition. It's been 20 years since the end of the Soviet Union, and the economic system here still is fundamentally based on cheap energy, the idea of cheap energy to create commodity products like steel. The problem is that conditions have changed such that energy has now become much more expensive. Yet the goods the country produces sometimes fetch even lower prices. Now, even a non-economist like me can figure this one out, but my staff said that I should tell you that the best way the economists say it is growth is below its potential. Anyway, we believe that Ukraine can achieve, in fact, a higher level of development. Ukraine can enjoy a higher standard of living, but to do that, it needs to protect its technology and its intellectual property. Now, our young contest winners know something about creating something new, which is what they were required to do for this contest. The rules were in some ways very simple. They were tasked with imagining a Ukraine which suddenly, one fine day, adopted perfect protection for intellectual property rights. Wouldn't that be wonderful? One day everything is just perfect. They were then asked to calculate the impact of this on Ukraine's economic future. And while the question is easy to ask, it actually is much more difficult when you stop to think of it to come up with a good answer. Our panel of judges felt that the two winning teams did an exemplary job of doing just that. Well, I learned some important things from the papers submitted by our participants. I learned that some of Ukraine's brightest students believe that Ukraine's GDP, which was $165 billion in 2012, could grow to actually $500 billion by 2017. That's only 4 years from now. That's a pretty big increase. And it could grow to 1.3 trillion by 2032 if the nation adopts fully intellectual property rights. Now that would be a tremendous upswing, which all of us, I think, would applaud. It would improve the standard of living of tens of millions of Ukrainians. It would revolutionize this country and its economy. To quote another winning team, and this is a quote, by promoting an innovative model of development, the state, the Ukrainian state, can create additional jobs, generate foreign investments, which will lead to both better human well-being and larger state budget revenues. Couldn't have said it better myself. The winners of the Ambassador's Award for IPR Scholarship were chosen by a panel of 9 judges, 5 from Ukrainian academia and the IPR community, and 4 from our embassy. First of all, Ildar Gazizulin of the International Center for Policy Studies, Yuri Omelchenko of Microsoft, Ukraine, Ignat Berezhny of the Ukrainian Musical Alliance, Yevgenia, they have it, Jane Dulko of Art Optimistry, Vic Corson of the Science and Technology Center, and then members of my own staff, David Mealy, Chris Smith, Luke Schelle, and Misha Martorona. I thank everyone for taking time to judge the entries. I'd also like to thank the American Chamber of Commerce and Jorge Zukovsky, who is the president. And I'm going to announce first the contest winner from Kyiv, the team from Kyiv National Economic University. Please come up to the stage. Denis Mazur, yes, Yulia Miroshnik, Nadia Murzina, Maria Sandol, and Alexander Gorkun, accompanied by their faculty advisor, Larissa Antoniuk. Where's Larissa? All right, so you get to take home the trophy, which, or I guess you'll have to take this to the school and put this in the school trophy case. But let me give this to you, and congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
For each member of the team, we have a brand new iPad. Congratulations. Oh.
On behalf of Kyiv National Economic University, we would like to thank the US Embassy for organizing a contest which provided an opportunity for us to improve our global competence in the field of intellectual property and gave an experience of teamwork. As we know, on 26th of April every year, we celebrate World Intellectual Property Day, focusing on the role of intellectual property in encouraging innovation and creativity. On the eve of the World Intellectual Property Day, it's a great honor for us to present our scientific research dedicated to the intellectual property right protection in Ukraine. The relevance of this problem is due to the following three reasons. Firstly, an effective system of intellectual property rights protection stimulates the country's innovation development. Secondly, the development of the intellectual property rights sphere allows entrepreneurs to generate healthy profits and consumers to get new products and generally contribute to economic development and progress of the country. Thirdly, for Ukraine, the protection of IP rights requires further development and regulation.
Now I want to announce the contest winner from outside Kyiv, the team from Odessa National Economic University. And I want to welcome to the stage Violeta Zharki, Jarasa Basaeva, Diana Maimaskul, Helen Tulyantseva, Yevgenia Malkli, and do we have a teacher, an advisor? No? Okay. Anyway, here's the award. Congratulations to all of you.
Спасибо большое. Нам очень приятно, что работа, проделанная нами, была оценена и действительно считается полезной. И хотелось бы, чтобы более подробно о ней рассказал капитан нашей команды Виолетта Жирки. Уважаемые дамы и господа, сегодня я рада здесь стоять, представлять свою команду, представлять свой Одесский национальный экономический университет. Спасибо большое за то, что вы проводите такие интересные конкурсы. Вопрос, который подняли на этом конкурсе, является очень важным и очень значимым, особенно для Украины, особенно сейчас. И я хочу сказать, что Украина в данный момент действительно нуждается в эффективной защите интеллектуальной собственности, потому что даже страны, которые пошли по модели инновационного развития, развитые страны действительно, у них, такие как Южная Корея, например, Япония, Финляндия, эти страны не имеют практически ресурсов, энергоресурсов, внутреннего сырья, но они совершили необычайный экономический прорыв, и это все благодаря лишь тому, что эти страны пошли по модели инновационного развития. Хочется сказать, что Украина в этом вопросе может тоже, у нее есть огромный потенциал совершить данный прорыв, только лишь на основе использования результатов интеллектуального труда. А у нас значительный потенциал. Проблема лишь в эффективных методах защиты и стимулирования инноваций. Вот хочу сказать, что основным положением нашей работы является то, что Украина должна стимулировать именно труд изобретателей. Это может быть сделано путем введение льгот на налогообложение деятельности таких работников. И действительно специалистов в этой сфере у нас очень много. Остается дело за тем, чтобы они смогли без страха для себя реализовывать свой потенциал. Очень надеюсь, что Украина в скором времени станет на инновационный путь развития, и мы действительно, молодые специалисты, тоже готовы этому помочь. Спасибо огромное, спасибо за то, что...
I would just like to conclude and say it's really a great pleasure, and I congratulate again the students for your ideas, for winning, and I hope that the future will be bright for all of you. I hope you'll continue in whatever field, and that your intellectual achievements will truly be protected as you grow up in this wonderful country. Let me thank again all of the judges. Let me thank Jorge. Let me thank our distinguished guests who've come here today. Thank you all so much.